The futuristic racing sport of Jet Moto is back and better than ever. While the first game simply introduced us to the world of hover bike racing, the second refined the gameplay to make one of the most intense racing games on the PlayStation. You again enter the world of high speed and higher stakes hover bike racing. The game was built with the sole intention of having a game with speed and style, and this delivers both. Everything about Jet Moto has been increased with this entry. There are more tracks, better graphics, and a higher difficulty. There are several riders to choose from, each with their own stats and characteristics. You have to decide what is important to you: acceleration, weight, and top speed. There are also several different teams to choose from, each with a sponsor. Do you want to race for Dragon or Mountain Dew? After you have your rider, you enter an event. You can jump into a single race, select a series to race in, or enter the meat of the game, which is the full season. Here you race through all the tracks, and winning allows you to unlock new tracks and trophies. The tracks themselves have seen some major upgrades from the previous game. They now come with much more detail and character than before. They are your mix of snow, dirt, and water, but the new details bring you into the world, like the track Aftershock, where you are racing through a ruined city after an earthquake. They really put the time and effort to create the tracks. There are more than before, and each one is unique. You can even unlock the tracks from the original. They also feel more intense than before and make the racing just that much better, with some seriously challenging turns and drops. And speaking of challenging, the game is one of the most difficult racers I've ever played. One small mistake and you are flying off your bike. I feel the difficulty is higher than before simply because the speed of the races have gone up. You will be moving through the tracks at breakneck speed, making you have to plan out your route in advance, or you can expect to crash into the walls. This is the game that took the series to new heights. With improvements to the core racing, graphics, and track design, it made for a great racing game that will have you gripping your controller in intensity or frustration.